In my previous video, I talked about the four components of any business, which was your ministry, your management, your marketing, and your money. And by ministry, I stated that it was what you were called to do, what you feel that you were called to do. So I want to dive a little deeper into that in this video because I need you to understand that whatever you are called to do is based around a particular type of person or particular person. Your business is there to serve somebody. You are there to not only make money, but to serve someone. And you have to really be clear on who you're called to serve. So when you look at who you're called to serve, that is called your customer profile, your customer persona, or your customer avatar, whatever you want to call it. And I want to share these notes with you about your customer profile or your customer avatar. So, one of the things that you need to know is that you have to have one. It is important that you understand that you are called to a specific type of person. It's just that simple. Your customer profile is all about who you are called to serve. Are you called to serve male, female? How much do they make? And you need to know this because you need to be able to tailor what God has given you, your business, your service to this particular customer. You're not called to serve everybody. You're not called to sell to everybody. There is a specific person that you are going to work with. A lot of times, this can be trial and error. You can start working with people and you can say, "Oh, I don't like working with them," or "I love working with them." And it can be trial and error. But your customer profile, persona, avatar, whatever you want to call it, is going to help you to narrow down and to really understand who you're going to be working with. So you want to know the education level. You want to know the location. Are they East Coast, West Coast? Are they in the United States at all? What is their marital status? Are they married? Are they single? All of this is going to help you to be better at what you do for the people you were called to do it for. Next, we get into what we call demographics. And with your demographics is about your audience. Your demographics are usually the things that you can measure. So, when it comes to demographics, what's their race? What's their ethnicity? What is their family size? What about residents? Where do they live? Do they live in a house? Do they live in an apartment? Are they renting? Are they owning? What is that status? When it comes to employment, are they employed? Are they job seekers? You know, if you do a resume building service and you work with people who are strictly unemployed, that is going to be a different cost, or you're going to make a different amount of money doing that versus working with CEOs who are trying to redo their resume. So you're going to need to know the employment status. Another thing that you can look at is, do they travel? Are these homebound people? Do they travel? And not just out of the country or out of the state. Do they travel for work? You know, do they have a long commute? Do they have a short commute? What is their preferred communication channels? Do they prefer to be on the phone? Do they prefer a landline? Do they prefer a cell phone? Do they prefer emails? What is their preferred communications? You also want to look at their shopping habits. Do these people do they strictly buy fast foods? Do they cook? All of this makes a difference in the type of people that you are trying to serve. Why? Because let's say you do kitchen repair and you're reaching out to people that all they do is eat fast food. That's not going to be your target market. They're not going to need the kitchen to cook. They're not going to need the kitchen the way that you think they're going to need a kitchen. Maybe they don't even sit in there at all. So your demographics is going to help you to be able to reach that person. So their shopping habits, their language, social media, do they use social media at all? Do you communicate with them, or can you communicate with them through social media? If there is social media, what platforms are they on? Are they on LinkedIn, Facebook, Alignable? What platforms are these people on? Then there is your psychographics. However you want to say it. There are psychographics, or there is your psychographics. These are the preferences, the beliefs, the worldview. This is how your people feel, act, respond. These are your psychographics. So what are their personality traits? Are they introverts? Are they extroverts? What are their values? Do they value family? Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't like traditions and they don't want to follow traditions. What is their lifestyle? When it comes to their lifestyle, what do they do for activities? What do they do as far as routines or their habits? What do they do? Their occupation, what do they do for work? Their interest and their hobbies. What are they interested in? What do they like to do for hobbies? Do they like to read? Do they like to write? Do they like to sing? What do they like to do? Um, their passions. What are they passionate about? Are they passionate about, um, being able to sit down with dinner with their family? Are they passionate about travel? What are their purchasing behaviors? What do they like to buy? Do they like to buy cars? Do they like to buy small items, large ticket items? What do they like to buy? What is their purchasing behavior like? Technology. Do they use technology? If you are putting on an online class and you're reaching out to people who don't like computers, that may not work. So, what are their technology skills, or their technology skill levels? What are their social causes? What do they believe in? What do they align with? What do they want to see happen? What's their brand loyalty? Are they loyal to a particular brand? I travel, and so there are different brands that I like to use when I travel. I like the loyalty points. I like the services that they have. So there are particular brands that I am loyal to. What's their daily routine? Do they run every morning? Do they get up at 6 a.m. and run? Do they walk? Do they do low carb? What do they do? This is all part of your, what I call, ministry. The Bible says that Jesus went to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which means that he had a focus on who he was going to. The Bible also goes on to say he went to his own and his own received him not, which means that you can go to a particular type of person, but they may not be the best market for you, and you may have to rethink and relook at who you're going to. That's okay. You want to use the customer profile just to get started. You want to outline, this is the type of person that I want to work with. And when you outline that, that's going to help you to narrow down the clients or the people who will pay for, who will use your service. Now, we are going to talk more about your content and being able to reach those people that you feel that you are called to reach based on your customer profile. So, as always, I hope this just really helps you. I hope that this will help your business to grow. And right now, I speak over your business, your organization, or your ministry, that every resource that you need comes to you today, and that your business, your organization, your ministry is successful. not only will you be able to pay your bills and feed your family, but you will be able to employ others to be able to do the same. So thank you so much for watching. I am so grateful for those of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd love to be able to get this content to more people. And thank you again so much for watching. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer.